I was just watching that whole intro right there, and one thing that stood out to me was that the players, the young players and the older players, what most differentiates them is that the younger players miss open layups, and the older players miss open dunks. There is no difference in those two things. 0 points is 0 points, no matter how many people go ooh ah. All right, stop missing open layups, guys. Seriously, that one's all on you. I take a lot of it on us in terms of like, hey, we have to get you enough gym time to get up shots and to do things like that, to teach you the fundamentals, etc., etc. But after a while, something as simple as a layup, or even something as simple as ball handling, that's on you to do on your own time. All right, and I always hate when what's up, Josiah? Check out. I do hate when programs say, we're trying to win games here. We're going to recruit the best players. We're going to cut the worst players, and it's on you to get better. I think that's way too much. I think a lot of the onus on getting better does need to come on the coaches to give you gym time and to give you instruction to get better. But something as simple as a layup, yeah, nah. And I have to hear it a lot over the years that I don't pay enough attention to certain players. I don't like that either, because there's going to be more and more players, and people like the smaller, more traditional team concept where like I get to like really know you on a personal basis, things like that. You don't really need that. As a human being, you might need that, but I think it just slows you down. If you're like, can you please just make it to my birthday party, coach? Can you please just do this? You're adding too many elements. And it's not your fault sometimes. Sometimes you just genuinely need those things. But in my opinion, that just makes you less likely to become great because you need so many things. And if it's just one thing, that's all good. But when it becomes like 8 things, 9 things, 20,000 things, stop. Okay? So if I'm not paying enough attention to you, just know that it's probably because you just need like attention. All right? I say things to everyone. I've said probably like everything that I will ever say to you at some point in time, but you just maybe don't hear those things. Like if I say to shoot a layup like this, I mean to shoot a layup like that. But if I have to repeat it so many times, I can get repeating it more than once, more than twice, maybe more than 3 times. But after that, what is a private session gonna do? I saw your mistake at one point in time, and I told you how to fix it. You just didn't fix it. And I told it to you twice, 3 times, 4 times. How many more times do you need to hear that specifically from me? All right, at that exact moment. All right, you guys might want to go elsewhere where the guy can just look at you and say, it's that left arm, it's too low. And you'll be like, hey, that's what John said, but say it to me again. I like hearing it from you, and you're giving me this personal attention. Guys, fix that stuff. Write it down if you want. If you need to repeat it, just write it down. But you need to be focused on that stuff over and over and over again immediately. Especially stuff like layups, stuff like ball handling. That stuff's very, very simple. Just take it. Just go out there, work on the stuff until all the badness is out of your system. That's all that I can say. All right. So stop vying for my attention. I know that my stories are cool. I know that you all want to be in them, but no, stop it. Your attention, you should want the attention of college coaches. You should want the attention of the legions of fans that you will one day have around the world. That's the attention that you want. All right, not just the attention from me or your parents. I hope that the quote of the day is something about that sort of thing. Let's see what it is. I honestly have no clue. What is it? Quote of the day is, success is yours. Doesn't really match, but kinda. Okay, success is yours to be had. Success is yours right now. Success is whatever you make of it. Success is whatever. Success is yours. I would say the best route for that one will be success is yours to be had. Like it's out there. It's a possibility. It's not impossible. You can be a successful human being, a successful player if you go out there and you put in the hours, you put in the work, put in the days, put in the years, heck. But that kind of success is there. And even if you're like, too short, too fat or whatever it may be, you have no chance at like the NBA or whatever. No. There is still a success out there for you. And that success is to reach, again, I've said this many times, is to reach your own NBA. All right, your own NBA. I don't care if that's higher or lower than the real NBA, but your own NBA. What up, Weston? Thank you for checking in. If you're here, check in the comment section so that I know that you're here. But that is the quote of the day. The Tuesday 3-word quote of the day for this Tuesday is success is yours. Next thing we got what is this one? A poll question. Okay, so apparently Bradley Beal is leading the league in shoelace tying time this season. Shoelace tying time. That's an actual thing. Make that bigger for me. Move it over. He spent 64 seconds tying his shoe over Jalen Suggs, Bilal Coulibaly, DeJounte Murray, Gary Trent Jr., Steph Curry's is on this list. Dang. Rudy Gobert, of course he's on the list. Jalen Johnson. All right. I have two things to say about this. All right, one is there's a shoe tying list. They just have too much stuff to do. There's too many eyes on the NBA. One. Two. Why would you want to be on this list, guys? Now, normally they do that in stoppage of a game, but take care of the shoes. Come on, that's not focusing, even for you, Stephen Curry. All right, but three, why does his league-leading, halfway through the season, total number equate to less time than it takes for you guys to tie your shoe once? And I'm looking at you, Joey. I'm looking at you, Mason Falkenborg. Our biggest shoe tie culprits are those two guys by far. I cannot think of anyone else that is a shoe tie bandit. Maybe Declan is like third. That's about it. That's nonsense. All right? Look, I like to say, hey, these pros are just human beings. They're just like us. Maybe they can shoot better than us, right? That happens. Maybe they can jump higher they can jump higher than us. That happens. But dude, they can't tie their shoes better than we can. They can't cheer better than we can, right? I've given that speech. They can tie their shoes better than you guys can. Even the worst of them all together tie their shoes better than you can. Or maybe the people who can tie their shoes, they're never on this list, right? And these people who can't tie their shoes, the reason why their shoes keep coming untied is because they're only taking a few seconds to tie their shoes. I know that this isn't the biggest news in the world, but it interests me, and I got a question for you guys. Do you think, what do you guys think about this? Do you think that, who is our worst shoe tie bandit on our team? That's the poll question today. What's up, Mello? Who's the worst shoe tie bandit on our team? Put it down there in the comment section. I'm gonna put Mason up there as first because he's an 8th grader, and Joey is second. He's the 3rd grader. Then I got Declan as third. But what do you guys think? Have you guys noticed anyone else that should be on this list? Is there anyone else who's a shoe tie bandit? For the things that we're doing today. Team shooting, weekend form shots, pro hop. They're going to speed through this stuff. Then we're going to have the smaller people repeat it. Then we're going to have the other people do a practice. All right, but it's pick and roll, pass to hop, pass to pop, pass to hop, pass to pop, step back, pump fake to dribble bank shots, and maybe a 3-point contest. I don't know if we're ready for that yet. But then we're going to go over our warm-ups for our team. I might actually do this one on both sides. All right, the warm-ups for the teams. All right, well, we're gonna start with horseshoe. I'm actually gonna do them all, just so we can get through the entire thing. All right, then we have 180 poly for shots. All right, pick and roll defense. Point guard advance the ball ahead. Under 15 seconds, up by 4+ points, and deflections. We're just gonna talk about that. Mason first, Joey second, Josh. Oh, Josh. He is a shoe tie bandit. Man, I forgot about Josh. Come on, guys. Shoe tires. Come on. Practice those shoe tying at home, please. But yeah, Mason's number one. So that's everything that we're doing today. Make sure you guys show up and to show out so we can get better and better and better. On the trivia question today. We have our leaders tied. Austin Maxon and Josiah Chacon with 3. Got Kieran coming in and tied with Teo, tied with Wes. And there is one more off the list. Let me see who it is. The one more off the list. Oh, two more. We got Jeremy on that list, and Sean O'Brien and Ren Marchetti. They're all with one. They're just not listed because it's all tied. So we have a lot of people tied. Let's see who steps it up today. The trivia question today is: how many championships has Magic Johnson won as an owner? How many championships has Magic Johnson won as an owner? All right, this might be a trick question. I'm going to tell you he's won 5 championships as a player. That is a different number than the number that we're looking for. He's also won championships as... What else has he won championships as? He's won championships as... Oh, he won one championship in college. That we're not counting that one because he did not own that college. He also did not own the team in which he won the championships for as a player. But as an owner, how many championships has Magic Johnson won? That's the question. They have until the end of the show to answer. First person to answer, winners for the day. If you win the most by the end of the month, you get a $50 coin. And good luck to all of you out there. I'll keep an eye out. Ad time. Watch it. Water break.
Why don't they know about Mendoza sewer and water? There, that's better.
We have a winner already. All right, now the first person to put it down was not Josias, but there was a second. He was the second person. The first person was indeed Mello, wanted by like an inch. I saw him as they came in. That is your first point for the month, Mello. Good job. But yes, it is 9 championships. So overall, he has 15 championships. Magic Johnson, 5 as a player, 1 in college, and 9 as an owner. The teams that he owns are a plethora amount of teams that he like partially owns. The what is it? The Los Angeles Dodgers. I've heard of them. The Los Angeles Sparks, Los Angeles Football Club. That's a hockey or soccer team. Then the Washington Commanders football team, and then Washington Spirit, which is what? A women's soccer team. Gotcha. All right. So between all those, he has 15 championships as an owner, a player, and a collegian. It's pretty neat. All right. Next thing we got here. All right. So we talked about shoe tying, but this one's important. Okay. All right. This one's very, very important. This is about some mental strength. Okay, and you guys are gonna have jealousy on your team. You guys are gonna have like punks on your team, like dudes that just say some bad things, especially to you, and they're gonna destroy your ego and stuff like that. You ever hear of Mamba mentality? Well, listen to this story right here. Where is the story? Right there, right here. Here we go. Watch it. Any second.
Like this, and I'm hearing dudes like, and I'm watching Kobe like this. And I'm hearing dudes like yap about him. Like, I'm not gonna say names, Ty Lue. You know, they talking smack about the young fella. And so I'm looking, acting like, you know, I don't know what they're talking about, and I'm hearing, and I was like, this can't be fair. And I go and I sit next to him. And he goes, oh, what's up? And I go, you're not listening to anything, are you? He goes, no. I'm listening to them. They think I'm on. They think I have this on. And I was like, really? He goes, yeah. I said, doesn't bother you? He said, nah, I know who likes me, who doesn't. I'm cool with that. He said, I don't hang out with them anyway. My friends are in Italy. Like, not a bother. Not a bother. Like, you couldn't begin to understand how much he didn't care, but he remembered. It stayed in his brain. And I'm watching.
So Kobe Bryant was on the airplane or the bus or whatever, the airplane I think it was, with the headphones on, and he wasn't listening to any music. He only had those on so people would think he had it on, and he would listen to people talk trash about it. And it's like, okay. Know that. I mean, my mom taught me that when I was young. She said, people will hate you out of jealousy. That's it. And it's only because you're special. All right, and you will, once you get like better and better and better, you will have to deal with that kind of stuff. Even if you suck, you kind of have to deal with that stuff too. You're gonna have to deal with that stuff your entire life. You can let it get you down, or you can ignore it, or you can use it as fuel. And when you use it as fuel, you can use it as negative fuel or positive fuel. I would suggest you flip it all positively, because that's what you're going to get the most out of it. Okay? Again, the bottom level is it destroys you, you hate life, you quit the team, etc. Don't do that. The next level is you ignore it. That's what everyone tells you to do, right? I say don't do that. I say listen to it and let it fuel you to work so hard, but even that one, you can do it in two different ways. Okay? You can make it into a negative and go like just get like so mad about it and go shoot and like almost like cry and like hate those people, never talk to them again, and it's like, you know, like say I'm gonna get better despite you. That's one way to do it. Sure. But if we're talking about in terms of what will improve you the most, what will give you the most amount of fuel, it would be to forgive them, move past it, but then use it as positive fuel. Like heck, I strive to carry them to the championship. What I did with my coach in Lithuania, he was an idiot, man. He plays at weird times. He didn't play me the first 6 games, all this other stuff. And the players would want to conspire behind his back. And I told those guys, with some translation help, that we should strive to make him coach of the year. And they said, what? No, he's a horrible coach. I said, but making him look bad doesn't make us look good. And I creatively transformed it into fuel to help me out. Did the guy get coach of the year? Yeah, he actually did. He won a championship. Yeah, he was out partying with us and stuff like that for the championship. It is what it is. I don't care about that. I didn't want to hurt him because that would have hurt me. So but I definitely used it without trying to destroy him. I used his stupidity and my hatred for him positively. And when I started doing that, I hated him less. It was like, we're going to win despite you, but like, I'll bring you along with us. Let's go. So have those headphones on if you have to. Blast it if you need to, but turn it off if you're smart, just so you can know where everyone's coming from. I like that from Kobe. It's pretty interesting. He was a neat dude. All right. Speaking of neat dudes, the dudes doing the homework. Anyone at all? Is anyone doing the homework? Yes, we got a few people. All right. We got Mello, Kieran, Jay. I see you. All right. Keep doing that. I see you, Luke. Taplin. Got him. Good job. Teo. 9 hours ago. Henry. Good job. I see you, Wes. All right, keep going with that homework, guys. Keep working on it. All right, it's going to make you better, obviously, but it's going to take a while. It will take a while. It's not overnight. All right, but you guys are doing the work that it takes to get better, and that's what is obviously the most important part. You guys are building a whole compendium of like workouts that you can show to a coach one day. You guys are you can show your kids this stuff. You can show yourself this stuff whenever you get down, and you can see from whence you came. All right, so keep working on that stuff, and let's check out some behind the scenes footage from the NBA, because this happened right here. All right, this is Ja Morant over Wembanyama, and guys, look, this is fake. Okay. This did not happen. Why did it happen? Because it happened after the whistle. But much more so is that Wembanyama did not jump his full jump. All right, and they're like, well, he should always be on. It's like, okay, so let's say, look at the play. Let's say that Wembanyama actually just went out there and just took him out, laid him out on the ground, and actually hurt Ja Morant. People would say, why would Wembanyama do that? It was after the whistle. And then other people say, well, why would he try to dunk around me? He was just doing his thing. Guys, after the whistle does not count for many, many reasons because we don't know what it's like. Now, if you want to dunk on him during the play to prove that this would have happened, sure. Now, if you want to see the actual play, it wasn't this. It wasn't that. Did anyone put it in here? I think these are all the plays that have happened that didn't count. So if you want to look this one up, you can. But there have been many, many plays that have not counted in the history of the NBA. And I say we go through them real quick. Let's check them out. All right, this play right here, going back door. Oops, sorry about that. Okay, so that was Jason Tatum.
Inbound to Smart. Bounce past Tatum. Tatum puts up a three. Bang! Jason Tatum from downtown. 1.3 remaining. No timeouts left for Philadelphia. Oh! No! They say no good.
All right, so that was Joel Embiid sinking almost a full court shot. They didn't count it. That was pretty good. Next one.
And that's interesting development. My goodness, Vince called season. He was playing in China, and that's interesting development. My goodness, Vince.
Behind the back as he was fouled, they didn't count it. I like that shot. I can do that shot. Can you guys? Next one. Okay, this one's pretty good. The inbounder throws the ball off of the dude's back, gets it back, throws it up. But the shot clock had expired. This would have been for the win.
The shot is no good. Marco off the window. Did he get off in time? Oh my, Marco.
That would have been dope. Wait, one more time. Watch this replay. Off his butt, back in his hands. It definitely did. I mean, because you got to start the shot clock right when it hits the guy's butt. But that would have been pretty cool. What is this one? Shannon Brown's one. This is the meme one. He got up so high that Kobe and company were just so shocked.
Took it away from Weston, met him at the top, and the crowd
on their
really
feet
liked it. His teammates liked it too. I told you that's it.
All right, you've seen that meme before, right? All right, are there any more of these? There's a few more, but we got to move on though. But it's a good list. But the plays that don't count, man, those plays could have been like in the upper echelon of like all plays ever. Wouldn't that have been nuts? Do we have time for a couple more? Let's see a couple more. All right, he tried to throw a full court pass, and it goes in the basket. Yeah, that doesn't count, but it's a pretty cool play. Another full quarter, boom. Didn't count. Foul, and doesn't count. Another one. Traveling. I think that they call travel on Chauncey right here. 1, 2. That's just 2 steps. But they call it traveling. Wow. Absolutely just robbed. Richard Jefferson. Oh, they called they called an offensive foul. That is not an offensive foul. It's a great dunk, though. All right, last one. Jokic. Was that Jokic? Yeah. Just tossed it up. Anyways, it's a fun thing to watch. Anyways, moving on. Let's check our story of the day. Watch it.
There's no overnight success. Whatever you can do each minute of today to make your dream that much closer to being a reality, that's what it takes to be successful.
So that is what you owe yourself. You owe yourself the the effort that it takes to move a little bit more in the direction of your ultimate goal every single day of your life. That's your obligation to yourself, and whether those goals change or not, whatever, cool. You move an inch closer to your goals every single day of your life. You don't take those days off. Even if you're so tired, okay, then stretch that day. You do something to move an inch closer, a mile closer, whatever closer to your ultimate goal every single day of your life. All right, so because it doesn't happen overnight. And you're not going to just wake up in the morning and say, I won the lottery finally. No, it's going to take a perpetual effort. You have to make it a part of your life. So somehow, some way, you got to have that dream. You got to have that goal. But the middle part that puts it all together is the process. You got to have that dream. You got to have that goal. But it's nothing without the middle part. All right. So if you don't have that middle part, it's never going to happen. And if that middle part isn't sturdy, it's never going to happen. So you got to have that dream, you got to have that goal, and that dream is going to have to be really, really, really strong, and that goal is going to have to be really, really strong, and then the process is really, really strong. Now you have the 3-part tool that will get you there over that bridge. All right, but if one of them is weak, like the dream is too weak, oh, then your goal is going to suck. If the goal is too weak, well, then the dream is going to dissolve away. And if that process is weak at all, though, that's the bridge. Yeah, the bridge needs 2 things to hold it up, but the bridge is the main part that you're walking on. You will fall down as fast as possible if that thing isn't rigid. So put those 3 things together, and then you got it made. All right. Our last thing that we're going to talk about is this, whatever this happens to be. What is this? Oh, yeah. Okay, so, all right, this is a halftime show, and this kid got a jersey. Oh, no, I know what it is. They were at Toronto, okay? And this kid had a Steph Curry jersey on. He wins the right to go down there to play at halftime, but they made him change the jersey because it's a Toronto event. So they made him take off the Steph Curry jersey, and Steph Curry, I guess he sees this. I'm not really sure, but let's see what happens.
Pre-game, something happened that just isn't right.
What happened?
And the Warriors are going to try to make things right. This kid had a Curry jersey on, right?
Oh, no.
They made him take it off because he was going to do a thing on the court. He put his Warrior hat and jersey.
Yo, this is messed up.
They put the Raptor t-shirt on him.
Look how sad he is.
I mean, that's... Come on now.
Usually say, like, oh, you made that kid's night. They've ruined his night. I mean, that's rough.
Come in.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, that does suck, but it's also kind of funny. I'm not sure how high up this went. I think it was just some people on the court that were like, what should we do? He's wearing the other team's jersey. Okay, let's give him a t-shirt. It's a free t-shirt. But you have to realize, this kid doesn't like your team. He likes the other team. He doesn't want your stupid jersey. Or a free t-shirt. He wanted to wear a Steph Curry jersey and you took it off. You took it off and said you can't come on this court if you cheer for that team, dummy. So that's hilarious. I hope he got like a whole bunch of stuff from the Warriors. I hope he didn't get a whole bunch of stuff from the Toronto Raptors. That would just add insult to injury. They're like, here you go, kid. You get a lifetime supply of this stupid t-shirt that you don't like. Anyways, yeah, I guess that's just bad news. It is what it is, though. They obviously pulled the wrong move right there as an organization, but I'm sure that the kid is getting a kick out of being on TV at least. Anyways, I'll see you guys tonight. Don't forget that the quote of the day is success is yours. So let's be successful. I just opened up the bookings for Vegas. All right, if you want to go to Vegas and your parents can't go, we can take you. All right, you just sign up and you have to pay for our Airbnb, which is $250, which is cheaper than any hotel that you could possibly get. Even if your parents want to come, you guys can be a part of our team Airbnbs for $250 a piece. If you want to share the same bed with your parents, don't care. It's still $250 a piece. So you might as well just have different rooms. We will get the amount of people that we need to get the actual place, but we're gonna have to have a firm deadline this time because we can't add people at the last second. So because we don't want kids sleeping on the floor. So at some point in time, I'll come up with a deadline, but we will only have 10 max because we don't want more than 10 people to show up to these events. All right, because success might be ours, but success isn't really successful if we bring 15 people to Vegas and only 8 get a chance to really play significant minutes. Okay, so make sure you guys are one of the first 10 signed up. I'll repeat this again tonight at practice. Don't forget the quote of the day: "Success is yours." Great job to Mello for getting the trivia question right today. I will talk to you guys soon. All right, and let's keep going. Let's keep going because we have our goals. Okay, don't forget our goals. Let's just go until we get there. Okay, talk to y'all soon, man. Reese's Pieces, y'all.